is Stuart Claxton, and I'm here just to give you a very quick guide as to what you need to do if you want to attempt to set or break a Guinness World Record. Now, anyone can be a Guinness World Record holder. You don't have to be a superhero or anything. Or do you? Anyway, every year Guinness World Records receives over 50,000 inquiries from literally all over the world from people trying to get into the Guinness World Records book, from human achievement to science and technology, from arts and entertainment to sports. The categories are literally endless. And while there are superlatives out there, we want to hear about them. But while there are also people out there trying to break records, we want to hear from them as well. Now, applying for a Guinness World Record is actually a very simple process. In fact, one of the hardest things you might have to do is actually think of a record to break. So if you are asking yourself, what record could I break? One of the best places to start is in the Guinness World Records book. The Guinness World Records book contains literally thousands of ideas for breaking records in over 100 different categories. Maybe you want to give the most hugs in 1 hour. Or what about creating the world's largest commercially available hamburger? Or how about completing your favourite video game in the fastest time possible? Basically, if you're having trouble coming up with a record to break, check out our book as it's full of fantastic record-breaking ideas. Always remember that the starting point for any Guinness World Record is that it should be something that's measurable, verifiable, and by definition, breakable. And the golden rule is that before you attempt any record of any kind, you should always contact us first. If not, you may find your proposal rejected. Sorry. So now we've given you an idea about what can be a Guinness World Record and where to find them. What about what isn't a Guinness World Record? You know, those things that we won't generally accept. Well, here's a few examples. World's fastest picture. I've just done this in 3.5 seconds. Is that a Guinness World Record? To some people, a work of art could be a single brush stroke. To others, it could be the entire canvas covered in paint. Due to the subjective nature of art, Guinness World Records doesn't usually accept these forms of art-related claims. My dog weighs 400 pounds and is the heaviest of its breed. Is that a Guinness World Record? To avoid any cruelty to animals, Guinness World Records will no longer accept any related claims to an animal's weight, breed, or endurance. I'm going to drive across Nevada as fast as I can, in this car. Is that a Guinness World Record? Because of the legal speed limit on public roads, Guinness World Records cannot accept any claims or proposals for driving between 2 separate points in the fastest time. I can lick my elbow. Is that a Guinness World Record? A record by definition is something that can be broken, and because uniqueness cannot be quantified, just because you're the only person who can do something doesn't mean it's a Guinness World Record. So I want to start the world's longest chain letter. Is that a Guinness World Record? Due to the difficulties of processing such claims, Guinness World Records will not accept any chain emails or letters. Nor will we accept any collections of business cards, greeting cards, or compliment slips. Now, these are just some examples, of course, of the types of records that we are unable to accept as we review these on a case-by-case basis. But this is just to give you some pointers. Don't worry though. There's plenty of great record ideas out there that we are interested in accepting, because at Guinness World Records, we're not interested in what you can't do, but in what you can. The place you need to visit if you are interested in applying to set or break a Guinness World Record is our website at guinnessworldrecords.com. Here, not only will you find information about the most recent records, photos, videos and stories, but also a community of record breakers which you can join, and information on all sorts of Guinness World Records related material. The place to apply for a record is right here on our homepage, on this link that says Set a Record. If you click on this, you will immediately start your record application process and begin a dialogue with our record management team in the Guinness World Records office. All applications are individually evaluated and often assessed by external experts. Once you have logged in and responded to our confirmation email, it really is then just a matter of completing a series of fill-in-the-blank forms in which you give us all the details of the record attempt you are interested in. This part of the process should take no longer than about 10 minutes and results in you receiving what is called the Agreement Regarding Record Attempts. We cannot initiate your record application process until this stage of the online process is completed. Once we see that you have agreed to all our terms and conditions, your record application will then begin to be processed. There are 3 ways of applying for a Guinness World Record, all of which provide you with a different type of service. The first of these is the basic free service, by which you apply in the way I have just described, and which has no cost at all. With this type of service, you should expect to hear back from us in approximately 4 to 6 weeks. So if you want to apply this way, make sure you are at least 2 months away from the date you wish to attempt your record. The second service we offer is what we call Fast Track, and quite literally speeds up the response time. The process is exactly the same as the basic free service, except that at the beginning you decide whether or not you want to use the Fast Track service. If you do, this means that we will review your claim and get back to you with an answer within 3 working days as opposed to 4 to 6 weeks. It also means that you will have a direct line with a dedicated records manager, and in most of the cases, this manager will be speaking to you in your own language. The cost of this service is £400. The third type of service we offer is what we call the adjudication service, and it is for those of you who wish to have an official Guinness World Records adjudicator attend your record attempt and judge it in person right there and then. Our adjudicators are located in London, New York, Beijing, Tokyo, Hamburg and Canberra. This is actually a great service, as you get to know the minute you complete your attempt whether or not it has been recognised as a new Guinness World Record. If you want to request an adjudicator, all you have to do is click on Request more information about the adjudication service as you are registering for your record attempt. There is a fee attached to this service of between £3,000 and £5,000 for each record, which varies according to where you are in the world. Travel, accommodation and miscellaneous expenses must also be covered. But the end result is that you get to have one of our multilingual expert adjudicators present at your attempt and find out immediately whether or not you are a Guinness World Records holder. If your attempt is successful, not only will the adjudicator present the certificate on the spot, but they are also a great asset should you wish to invite members of the media to witness your achievement. Remember that breaking a Guinness World Record can attract a lot of attention, and so something you should also know is that Guinness World Record offers a PR support service. Please remember though that it is not essential to have a Guinness World Records adjudicator present at your record attempt. This is just one of the many services that we offer. And also please note that the presence of an adjudicator doesn't guarantee certification. That part is up to you. For those of you interested in larger events, you may also like to know that we can provide details of Guinness World Records logo and name usage, which may be valuable for you if you want to visually showcase your record attempt with banners, flyers or t-shirts bearing our famous logo and name. This is normally included in the adjudication service. But if you are interested in this without having the presence of an adjudicator, all you have to do is click on Set a Record and then where it says What is Licensing. Here you will see all the various options you may apply for if you would like to use our name and logo at your event. We very much look forward to seeing all of you in the future and wish you all the very best of luck in your attempts to break a Guinness World Record.